As I've stated before, I hate to waste material, so I made my shed walls just high enough to allow a 4x8 sheet of texture 111 to fit perfectly between the top wall and the bottom edge of my floor joist. In order to do this, I needed to perform a little math on the components of the wall, which consist of the bottom plate, the studs, the top plate, and the tie plate, which is used to help straighten long walls and to tie walls together at the corners. The proper wall height is the length of the studs, and in order to figure out their length, I need to add together the thickness of the 2x4 plates plus the 3/4 inch plywood floor and the 5.5 inch floor joist. Together, they add up to 10 3/4 inches, which means that all of my studs need to be exactly 85 and 1/2 inches long. When assembled, a 4x8 sheet of plywood will fit perfectly between the top of the plate and the bottom of the floor joist. In other words, exactly 8 feet. After assembling the walls, which you do on the floor of the shed, you'll need to stand them up. If you're like me and have no one else to help you, then you'll want to fasten 2 stop blocks to the floor joist so that when you stand the wall up, it does not slide off the edge. I highly recommend fastening these with screws so that you can easily remove and then reuse the blocks on the next wall. You should also fasten a temporary cross brace on the wall. Be sure to fasten it across several studs. The brace will help prevent the wall from twisting or leaning while you stand it up. After standing up the wall and fastening it to the floor, back out or remove all but one of the screws in the cross brace. Leave one screw tight so that the brace doesn't move too much. Then, place a level against the end stud and using the cross brace for leverage, level the wall vertically. You may need to move the wall left or right to get it perfectly level. When the wall is level, retighten the screws on the cross brace. That will ensure that the wall remains perfectly level. Now, you can build the next wall. Be sure to cross brace it, and then after standing it up, fasten it to the floor. As with the first wall, loosen the cross brace, and then fasten the 2 walls together, making sure that the outside edges of the corners are flush. Then, you'll want to level the wall and retighten the cross brace screws. Now at this point, both walls should be perfectly level. The next step then is to build and stand up the third side wall. When all 3 sides are complete, you can either install the tie plates or wait until you've completed the 4th wall. I usually wait when my walls are 12 feet or less, but for longer walls, I prefer to place 8-foot tie plates as I go, like this. When you're done, all 3 walls should look something like this. In the next video, I will build a 4th wall and demonstrate how to lay out the door frame.